Lance Armstrong. That's the big controversy of the day. It turns out that he will lose seven of his Tour de France titles because the U.S. anti-doping agency has accused him of taking illegal drugs. And as a result, he doesn't want to go through the investigation and the trial. And he just says, you know what, I'm just going to give this up and move on.
Now, people who love Lance Armstrong are up in arms over this. They think that he's been railroaded, and he's got some evidence on his side. He's got some evidence against him. So let's go over that, and then we will pronounce him either guilty or innocent.
Before I go through the evidence, I just want to give you a few of his quotes. He says, "I have been dealing with claims that I cheated and had an unfair advantage in winning my 7 tours since 1999. The toll this has taken on my family and my work for our foundation and on me leads me to where I am today, finished with this nonsense."
Okay, not buying it. But let's go through the evidence, and then we'll see if we can give him some credence for, like, hey, I'm tired. I've been going through this for a long time.
He passed drug tests during his extraordinary run of tour titles from 1999 to 2005.
All right, definitely score 1 for him there.
Now, this is evidence against him. He walked away from the sport in 2011 following a 2-year federal criminal investigation on doping charges.
There was federal criminal investigation, but they never convicted him.
The US ADA announced it had evidence Armstrong used banned substances and methods, and also said it had blood tests from 2009 and 2010 that were fully consistent with blood doping.
Okay, that seems to be pretty bad against him.
More evidence against Armstrong. Emails written by Armstrong's former teammate Floyd Landis, who was stripped of his 2006 Tour de France title after positive drug tests, detailing allegations of a complex doping program on the team.
All right, that seems pretty bad.
More evidence against Lance Armstrong. USADA also said it had 10 former Armstrong teammates ready to testify against him, other than suggesting they include Landis and Tyler Hamilton, both of whom have admitted to doping offenses.
All right, I'm ready for my verdict. Guilty. Okay, so now here's the thing. When you say that there are Armstrong supporters, he survived cancer, I don't know what that has to do with the doping or not doping. I know what it does. It makes you sympathetic to him, and I get it, and God bless, and I love that he's trying to fight cancer. I'm a little worried that some people are now going to say, oh, I'm not going to donate to his cause about, trying to help with cancer because he might have cheated. I think those two things are wholly unrelated, and of course you should help his cause, right? Now, having said that, on this separate issue, look, this guy is not going to, he's not like he's 80 and he's tired. Like, you know what, I'm going to go sit on the beach for my last couple of years. No, he's a perfectly, strong guy. I mean, the bracelet says live strong, right? And he's been fighting this his whole career. He's not going to give up his 7 championships. They got 10 witnesses against them. They got the guys who were on the team saying, yeah, we saw him do it. They have some blood tests. He's not fighting it because he'd lose. He's guilty.
I definitely get the sense that he's guilty as well, but I don't think that that should lead people to dislike him or stop supporting him. He still is an incredible athlete, especially considering the fact that he overcame, testicular cancer. He was a survivor. He's a fighter. And, he did go on to be this tremendous athlete, and he did win the titles, even though it seems like he might have cheated. But still, I feel like I know people are going to be upset at me saying this, but who cares? I just don't care. Like, who doesn't dope in sports? I feel like
that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's it right there. First of all, can we keep it real? I mean, is there a single offensive lineman in the NFL that isn't massively on steroids, that isn't taking like a gallon of steroids every hour on the hour, right? Okay, let alone, Mark McGwire with his exploding zits and Barry Bonds with his gigantic, ridiculous bubble head, right? And apparently in bicycling, they all dope. But if they all do it, okay, they all did it, and then Lance Armstrong kicked their ass. So I'm not like being judgmental in the sense of like, I hate Lance Armstrong. No, this is not an emotional thing for me. I think he doped. And like Anna, I largely don't care. He still beat the other guys that were doping. I wouldn't even take away his titles, okay? Unless you can show me that there was like 7 guys that were in the race that actually didn't dope. I don't even believe that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So level playing field, he's guilty, but let him go.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
All right, do we have consensus on the Supreme Court?
I think so.
All right, that's the thing. We're too fair. We're too reasonable. It's hard to disagree.
There's a certain element of ego involved. I don't care how humble you are as a person. You care about those titles and you care about your legacy and your reputation. You're not going to walk away from an investigation just because you're tired of being investigated, but you know you're innocent, right? You want everyone to know that you legitimately won those titles. So
look. You're telling me that a guy this competitive is going to say, oh yeah, go ahead, take away my 7 titles, the thing that I worked my entire life for, my whole claim to fame, take away all of it, because I'm a little tired. Go. I know, because I'm a competitive dude. If I was innocent and they're going to take away my 7 fucking titles, oh hell no, I'd fight them to the end of the earth. And I don't believe that Lance Armstrong is any different.